having struggles. All right. So now, like I said, we are going to be
For
okay.
now, for now it's okay.
Okay. Disable others. What is going on? Wait. Recording in progress. All right, sir. So, I was saying something about order block. See, order block is beyond the buy or the sell candle that led to the break of structure. All right. So what we are going to be doing right away is to mark out structure and identify order block. So we are going to be doing this step by step. So after order block, the next topic is going to be on imbalance or inefficiency. All right. This topic is going to be on Friday. On Friday is going to be our next class. All right. So now, once you are on your chart, let's assume you are on your chart. This is what you should do. First, you identify structure along the line. Now, order block, like you said, it's correct, but not all the order block in the market are valid. All right. Not all the order block in the market are valid. You only make use of the valid order block, all right, to enter a particular trade. Now, the price has been on a downward trend. If you check from this particular side, the price has been on a downward trend, and this is where I said we're going to be starting from. Now, here was the lower high, and here was the low, and you discover that price did what? Break this particular lower high. What do you call this scenario, sir? Let me see if you understand. What do you call this scenario? Hello, sir. Can you see me?
MSS, market shift.
Yes, this is market shift. So anytime price
I said
break you,
market shift or coach, shock.
yes, exactly. You are very, very
Very correct, sir.
correct. 100%. So on a downward trend, once you discover that price broke the last lower, higher low, no, sorry, lower high, it becomes a market shift. So I'm going to be annotating this as market shift MS. So now I discovered that this was the low that was broken, right? This was the low that was broken. So we have new high. Now, order block is actually the buy or the sell candle that led to the break of structure. You want to come down? That led to the break of structure. How do you identify order block? Order block to me are the one that create gaps. But meanwhile, today we are going to be focusing on marking out order block. So which of the order block broke the structure? This was the low, right? Higher low. So this is the order block that broke the structure. So we'll mark this. This is an order block, right? So what we are going to do now is to identify all the order blocks. After identification of all the order blocks, then we are going to identify the valid one and the one that is not valid. So here is a new high. All right. We have a break of structure here. Where is the next order block? This is the next order block that broke this particular structure. So what you are going to do now is to mark this particular order block. All right. Then we discover that we have This becomes a break of structure, BOS. Now discover that we have another break of structure here. It means we have higher high and higher low. So this is the next break of structure. This is the next break of structure. Which of the other block led to the break of structure? This is the other block. Since all of them are falling in the same range, we are going to mark all this particular area as other block. So next in line, we have a new break of structure, BOS. BOS. We have a new break of structure. Now, this is the higher high, and this is the higher low. Where is the next break of structure? Break of structure. This is the next break of structure. Where is the low that led to this break of structure? Remember, I said if you're marking break of structure, it should be from week to body, not week to week, right? So where is the next order block? Now, here is the lower high, and here is the lower low. So let me shape this. Now, sir, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here. I'm following.
Now, this is the last candle that led to the break of structure, right? So this particular week is another block. If you go to a lower time frame, on 15-minute time frame, you are going to see a black candle, all right, a sell candle on this week. So most time, if you watch the video on another block, I explained this, right? Or I think there was one video I explained this particular week. So once you see a week like this, you mark it as your order block, all right? This led to this particular break of structure. Don't be confused. If you want me to go to 15 minutes to explain this thing, let me go to 15 minutes. On 15 minutes. Sir, can you see? You see the other block now on 15 minutes.
Okay.
This was the week I mark. This particular area was the week I mark on 1 hour time frame. You see the last candle that led to the break of structure. So now let's go back to 1 hour. So that is why I mark this particular week as my order block. So this is our new break of structure. See, anything I'm showing you now, be memorizing memorizing it. All right. So where's our next high? We have our higher high, and this is our higher low. So what are we going to do? We mark out our break of structure, BOS. Now that we have our break of structure, which of the low broke this structure? This is the particular low that broke the structure. All right. So I'm not going to be marking this entire candle as other block because you said the last sell candle or buy candle that led to the break of structure. Look at this is very big. Look at our break of structure. This week, again, you are seeing here. This week you are seeing here is our order block. If you go to 15-minute time frame, you are going to see the same scenario I just explained here. Hope you understand.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's go to the next. Now we have almost reached the peak, right? We have almost reached the peak.
Yeah.
Now you discover that this is our lower low and higher low, and this is our higher high. Now we actually expected the scenario where price will break this particular structure, right? But price failed to break the structure. Rather, price broke. We also have a break of structure here. Sorry, I did not mark it. This is a break of structure. We have a break of structure. And this week here, you are seeing, if you go to 15-minute time frame, you are going to see the last sell candle that led to this break of structure. I'm going to mark this as our order block. This is our order block. Now you discover that price actually do what? This is our higher high and this is our higher low. But price did what? Push up without retracing back. And as price is retracing back, we'll look at what price did. Can you tell me what price did?
Price.
Price broke our lower high, our higher low on an upward trend. What do we have? We have a market shift or a change of character. We have a market shift or a change of character. Now, after price did this particular market shift or change of character, look at what happened. Now, remember, we have another block in that area. Now, we have a market shift. What do we do now? Price has actually changed with downward trend. So we are going to mark out our order block. Look at, this is the order block that led to this particular break of structure for a selling market. Now, this is the order block that led to the break of structure, which break this structure and created the market shift. And this is telling us that the price has changed direction. We are to use trend line. We discovered that price already broke our trend line. Let me just mark it from this particular area. We discovered that price broke our trend line, right? And it's also break this market, break this higher low. So it means we have a change of character. Now, what's next? We now have a break of structure. This is break of structure. Remember, if you are marking your break of structure, you mark from week to week. All right. So now we have a break of structure. So now, which particular order block break this structure? Right? So this is the order block. This is the low and low. Sorry, this is the high and this is the low. This is the lower high and this is our new lower low. Now, this is the order block that led to the break of structure. This small candle you are seeing here. The last sell candle, sorry, the last buy candle that led to the break of structure is correct. So I want us to identify all the order block. Then after everything, we'll now try to identify the valid order block and the invalid order block. And we are going to look at some scenario, what price really did in the past and why price respected some certain zone, right? Now, we have a break of structure here. And where's the next break of structure? We have our lower high and we have our lower low here. So now we have a new break of structure. We have a new break of structure. Remember, if you want your trend line to be straight, always hold on shift. Right. So we have right, we have a new break of structure. So now that we have a new break of structure, we have our lower low and we have our higher high. So which of the candlestick led to the break of structure? Now we are going to identify that on the chart. This is candle led to the break of structure. The last buy candle that led to the break of structure. So now we have a new break of structure below, right? We have higher high, higher low, sorry, lower high and lower low. So now we have lower low and a new lower high. So now we have a new break of structure. Here is a new break of structure. BOS. So now that we have this break of structure, which of the candle led to this break of structure? Here is the buy candle that led to the break of structure. So we mark this particular candle as our break of structure. Now, to this point, sir, we don't have a new break of structure, right? Price just broke structure.
Yeah.
So we don't have a new break of structure. So if we are to have a new break of structure, it should be within this particular range. all this you are seeing here is they are seen as transactional liquidity. So let me go back to where we started from. Now, not much that we have order block in every area of the market. In as much that we have order block in every area of the market, not all of them are valid. All right. I want you to understand order block basically. So after the understanding of order block, now we are going to talk about imbalances, fair value gap. We are going to talk about inefficiency. All right. Now, and we are going to talk about supply and demand because all these other block you are seeing, most of them are seen as demand zone, and all these other block you are seeing are seen as the supply zone. So we are going to identify them. All right. At some point, we'll talk about premium and discount pricing. It's a topic we are going to treat in the future. And at the end of everything, we're going to put everything together. So even if you are taking your entry with market structure and liquidity, either type 1, type 2 entry, once you look at the chart, you already know where your entry is. Now, either you are taking market with my own basic concepts, all right? If you're entering from the supply or demand zone, you already know where your setup is and you know where you are going to enter from. All right. Now, most of the supply or demand zone are order block, but most of them are not actually valid. Now, next in line is to identify the order valid order block and invalid order block. Now, remember we mark out our structure, we had the market shift, and I said anytime price break your higher low, it means we have a market shift. And next in line, we have a break of structure and price keep breaking structure. Now remember, it's advisable you always use trend line. Trend line is going to guide you on a straight path, telling that you are still in direction of the market. Now this is me using trend line.
Sorry, coach, let me ask a question.
All
In
right.
drawing a trend line, do you need to hold the shift? Sorry, let me ask that question.
No, you don't hold the shift. See, go to your
Okay,
this thing.
because
You see this horizontal ray you are seeing here. Ray. Sorry, it's not horizontal ray, just ordinary ray.
yes,
You can go to the class on the setup. I say you should add it to your tools you are going to be
I have
using.
it. I have it.
Once you
I have
click
it.
on it, let's say you have from this place now, it's going to go straight. You don't need to hold anything. Now,
Okay.
with this trend line, you discover that, and for you to be sure that you are marking the trend line correctly, is use the line charts. You can shift to line charts. You mark from the body because line charts shows you body of the candle, the opening of the candle, and the closure of the candle. That is from the body to body. So what you are going to do is to mark the body to the body. So now I'm going to adjust my trend line. I actually adopt this strategy studying Malaysian strategy, that is trading the SNL. All right. I'm going to use this particular. Aha. Let me adjust this. Aha. So this is actually a fake out anyway. So I'm going to switch to candlestick right away. This is actually a fake out. Now you discover that we have been respecting the trend. And until you discover that this breakout here is telling you that market has already changed direction, and you discover that price actually break our higher low. All right, created a market shift, and to tell you that market has really changed the direction. Look at what happened in this area, and price has been going down. Now, let me delete this particular trend line and come to downward trend. So if you have to mark your trend line also, you change to line chart for you to have clarity to what you are doing. You see, forex trading is all about pure understanding. Once you understand this thing, you'll be on the right path. So at this point, I'm marking from body to body. I'll switch. Now, I'm coming. I need to adjust this very well. All right, fine. So we are still within the range of the trend line. We don't have any breakout. Price has been going down and all that. So price can actually do a fake out until it creates a market shift. before we can confirm that price has actually changed direction. So I actually digress a bit so that we can understand the trend. In as much you are trying to mark out your structure with big of structure or market shift or understanding other block, please have the trend in view in your mind, either in the front of your mind or at the back of your mind, anywhere you want to put it. Always follow the trend. All right. Once it comes to trading currency pair, because I trade both synthetic and currency pair, please have at the back of your mind that trend is your friend. You work with the trend. So now that we have understand how to identify other block, now is to identify which one is valid, which one is not valid. Now, valid order block, the one that creates gaps. All right. And these gaps are called imbalance. Imbalance.
Repeat.
Yes, I will repeat that. I'm coming. Imbalance.
No problem.
So this is now
Repeat your
take.
last two sentences.
Yes, I'm coming, sir. Imbalance. So me, from my experience so far, valid order block are order block that create imbalance. All right. Imbalance are space, gaps between the first candle. So let me illustrate. I'm coming. Let me illustrate what's going on here. Let me illustrate. Let's assume you have a candlestick like this. After this class, please go to the next video on imbalance. You are going to understand clearly. I just want to like push into imbalance so that you can understand, because imbalance and other blocks work with together since you are trying to identify the
I've
value.
watched that video.
All right.
I've
So
watched.
imbalance. Let's assume this is a candlestick. So let me change.
What's the imbalance? I understand.
I won't be able to change. I'll still
Hello?
explain. I will still explain what it is, but let me just draw this particular chart.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Hello, Gareth.
All right.
Fine, fine. Sorry, I'm in one kind of class like can we meet in an hour? I'll be through before then. I'll call you once I'm through. Or less. Okay, okay. I will call you. Let me just finish it. I'm in a class. Thank you. It will be before an hour, not too long from now.
So, it's like you're a serious student.
Okay.
You have went ahead of me and start learning imbalance. I only gave you other block because I don't want you to be confused.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Like, I don't want you to be confused. So it's good you went ahead to study. So, like I said,
No,
identifying
it's not my first time of hearing that. I've actually.
Yes, I understand.
No problem. No
But
problem.